Hello, Monroe ECE, Miss Maruka's class. Here I am today with your math lesson for today. So today, friends, I know that we read the Three Little Bears. To be correct, Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. And you counted how many bears? 3 bears. So we were focusing on 3 bears in our literacy lesson. So today, what I'm curious about is how many people live in your house with you, or where you live, in your apartment, your townhome, wherever you might live, wherever is home for you. How many people live there with you? So today we are going to work on drawing a house with shapes and then drawing our family in it too, or next to it, whichever you decide. But I want to know how many people live in your house, just the way that we read about the 3 little bears living in their home, in their cottage to be exact. So let me go ahead. Oh, before we get started, let me show you. I need you to go find this sheet. So just like we drew Pete the cat, there should be a sheet in your packet of this week that has the same little squares on the side showing us how to draw a house. And before we do that, friends, what a house is a type of building. What does a building need? Do you remember? Let me remind you. A building needs a foundation, right? And the foundation holds the walls up, and then the walls hold the roof up. So let's check this house to see if it's a good house, if it counts. So I see there's a foundation. See that line right there? So we're not just living, the wall doesn't just come from the dirt. The walls are held up by the foundation. So there's a foundation. I see 1, 2 walls, and then the walls are holding up what? You got it, the roof. So we are going to draw a house using these steps, and then we're going to draw our family in it or next to it, whatever you decide. So I'm going to change my view so you can see my work, okay? Oh, there we go. There, so you can see. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I got to write my name. So go ahead and go get your name. And we're going to write our name today on the bottom. We're going to write it on the bottom of our paper. So right here under this last square giving us directions. And I'm going to use a pencil, friends, because for me, pencils, it's just easier for me to draw with the pencil and then I color later. But it's your art. You do whatever works best for you, okay? So I'm going to write my name here on the bottom underneath this row of boxes. Miss Maruka. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside so I have space. Now that I have my name on the bottom, I'm going to come here and look at this first box. So this first box is telling me to draw a square. So I'm going to find a page. I'm going to draw, and I kind of want to draw my house a little bigger so I could fit everybody in. But you can draw yours however you want. So there's my box. And then the next step says to draw a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle. I kind of want to start down here so I know that it's covering the house. And then, so I drew one line. Now I'm going to draw another line going up. And then another line drawing down to connect my triangle. Now that I have my triangle, it looks like it's having us draw some rectangles inside. And these rectangles will turn into the door and the windows. So I'm going to draw a rectangle up here for a window, a rectangle up here for a window, and a rectangle up here for a window. Then I'm going to draw another rectangle window. Oh, but this middle rectangle is a door. So I'm going to draw it connected to the base so people can walk in. And I'm going to draw another rectangle for a window. Ooh, and they even draw another rectangle that I was missing. I see here on the roof, they draw a chimney. This is where Santa goes in. And then I see on this next one, they drew lines to make windows. So I draw one line down, and then I draw one line over to make the window. One line down, one line over. One line down, one line over, one line down, one line over. And then, let's see, I'm going to draw a little circle here as a doorknob. Okay, so now that we have our house, I'm going to draw the people who live in my house with me. So I'm going to draw a circle for me, because I live in it. And I'm going to draw a triangle for a body, some arms, lines for legs, and 2 circles for my shoes. Then I'm going to draw my husband, so he's a little taller. I'm going to draw a rectangle for his body, some arms, legs, and his shoes. Then my daughter Naomi, so she's a little shorter than me, and she doesn't like wearing dresses much, so I'm going to put her in a rectangle, legs and arms and feet. And then I have my little Leon. I draw him, and I'm going to draw him as a rectangle. Arms, legs, circles for feet. Then I'm going to go and get my crayons to draw detail. So I have long hair. My daughter has long curly hair. Little Leon has short curly hair. And Papa Leon has short curly hair too. Then I'm going to draw my glasses and my eyes. I'm going to draw Leon's eyes so he could see. Now Lee's eyes and little Leon's eyes. Then I'm going to draw nose and ears. Got ears, nose and ears on my daughter. Nose and ears on little Leon, and nose and ears on big Leon. Then I'm going to draw mouth. Everyone's smiling. And then we can start adding, you could color in their outfits. I think I'll color my dress purple and my shoes purple. And I'm going to get a green for Leon. Shoes. And now Lee really likes orange, so I'm going to color her in orange. And then I'm going to get, Leon really likes blue, so I'm going to get him blue and blue shoes. Okay, so perfect. I have drawn my house, and now I have drawn my family. So the next thing I want you to do is get your number line. Okay, and then you're going to count how many people live in your house. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I want you to write the number 4. So the best way to figure that out is to get your number line. Since we know we're counting to 4, then we can use our number line to tell us what that number looks like. So I'm going to come here to my number line, and we're going to start at number 1 because that's where we always start counting. 0 means nothing, so we look at 1 because we have something to count, okay? So we're going to start 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to double check how many I counted again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me double check again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I know that I need to write this number 4 because that's how many people live in my home with me. So now I'm going to start at the top. Give it an arm, and then another long line. So I drew my number 4, and then I'm going to put a circle around it just so that I'm able to find it later. Okay, so now that I've drawn my house, I've drawn the people that live in it, and I've counted and wrote the number of how many people live in it, I can decorate my house however I want. So go ahead and go color your house, and then when you're all done with your picture and writing your number, send me a picture of your work today. And also, friends, I want to let you know that I put some work on a program called Seesaw. So it is a program that is on your computer. that you can use to do work there too. Okay, and in there I have my voice. You'll hear my voice to help you give directions. And also there's different activities that you'll do on your computer there that I'll be able to see without you sending me a picture. So go ahead and do some work in Seesaw, do the work that we did here, and send me a picture of this work when you get done. All right, my friends, I look forward to seeing all your work. I love and miss you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, my friends.